All right, guys, this is a look at lesson 6 that was presented in class on Thursday, December 17th. We started with our learning targets. We spent the majority of our class period reading chapters 25 and 26 and discussing as we read. And then we actually spent time talking about Cal's point of view, character, all of that good stuff while reading. We'll take a look at that here. The assignments for tonight to do just vocab for chapters 25, 26, to just one vocab sentence, and then a reminder that you have until 5 o'clock tomorrow to get anything completed and turned in for first quarter. So our opening, in the previous lessons, we tracked how characters respond to challenges and change as the plot moves toward resolution. We examine how Cal grapples with his changing identity as he learns more about his Native American ethnicity. Our learning targets. I can analyze how the letters fit into the structure of the book and how to develop the plot of Two Roads. I can determine possible themes and how they are conveyed in chapters 25, 26 of Two Roads. We had two discussion questions here that give us a bit of a spoiler with our upcoming chapters that Pop finally sends a letter to Cal. And so they want us to look at these two statements from the letters and just infer what they mean. First one, it is exciting to be among so many others like myself, all of us back in the Army again in a way. So when Pop writes that to Cal, we are getting this sense of excitement that Pop feels being among his colleagues again, the camaraderie that he has with other vets, and that he refers to it as like being back in the Army again, in a way. So obviously not serving in the Army per se, but working together for a common cause. And this one is the March on Washington demanding their bonus pay. Then the second statement, he says, he's also been negotiating for us with the police chief here, a Mr. Pelman Glassford, who is a vet himself, a good egg and sympathetic to our cause. We don't know who he is in this statement. We'll find out in the letter. But Pop is referring to someone that is working with them and negotiating for them with the police chief. He refers to the police chief as a vet, a good egg, and sympathetic to our cause. So when we were examining this sentence, we talked about how it has a positive connotation and that we can infer that with words like good and sympathetic, even negotiating, as we are looking at this message that Pop is trying to share about the good relations that they're having with the people that are there. We then moved into chapters 25 and 26. Two great chapters here where we get this letter from Pop and then get some more information about Cal's time at Shalagi and his friendships. Our vocab words today, we had grimace, visible, meted, genealogy, and casts. These questions we discussed as we were reading the chapters. So if you were not present for class today for this discussion, you're going to kind of miss out on what we discussed together. But it starts with Cal telling us all about the different trades that he has tried while he has been at Shalagi, and that it was important to Shalagi to expose new students to all the trades so that they could get experience in what's available, figure out what they like, what they're good at, and kind of focus. Mr. John Adams is the man in charge of the horses. And so Cal goes to work for him at the stables. We find out that Adams is, he knew Pop, taught Pop how to work with horses, gave him the horse song that he used. And so they have a kinship. Pop conveys to Cal that he has been helping others get to Washington. And then there's a letter that goes to Superintendent Morrill for Cal to find out that he has to stay longer. And then he has a bad dream.